Hi friends, welcome to another unedited weekly garden stroll where we walk around the garden. I show you what it's looking like, and whether it's good or bad, you get to see it. I wanted to start though with the bouquet, very hastily thrown together bouquet that I just made, primarily because I wanted to cut a bunch of the flowers that are growing off of one of my floret dahlia seedlings. I got the petite floret mix. And this is one of the flowers that fell off it. And some of the flowers in here are so good. I mean, that is such a keeper. I mean, the stems are quite weak. So, I mean, if you were gonna, choose a tuber or whatever, it's, by the way, that is pot and dye, nothing important. You probably, it has some, downfalls as far as that goes. But in terms of color and form, I'm over the moon, and I'm going to ask your opinion on something related to this dahlia in a second. Before we do that, Cardinal just flew by, which reminded me that I wanted to show you. I just put a reel up on Instagram with this. Let's see if I can get you in there. Make sure nobody's in there, that we will disturb anyone. Because right here in these limelights off of the deck, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I don't want to disturb them too much. There is a cardinal nest right there. I don't know, can you see that? Is that in the way? The babies are getting pretty big in there. There, maybe you can see them there. Let me turn this up just a little bit. Cardinals build a nest in here most years. Anyway, I think there's 3 or 4 babies in there. So the cardinals are flitting in and out of these all the time. I also want to show you, I put up a picture. I was gone this week, and while I was gone, the datura just fell over. It was super windy and rainy, and the whole big, thick stem down here, this stem just bent at the soil level. So we propped it up temporarily, and then I came home, and now I've put the stake in here and tied it up quite a bit. It's like not perfectly even. It's sort of listing this way a little bit, but it's fine. It's sturdy now. It shouldn't go anywhere. That stake goes all the way down to the ground. So that was a scary moment, because the datura is looking so good, and I don't want to lose it. Isn't it pretty? Okay, let us roam a little bit here. So, the dahlias are starting to come a little bit better now, which is fantastic, because they're, they've been a little late. Here's another bloom of Pam Howden. Oh, look at that. Look at that guy in there. Oh, we have a special, don't worry, I have a special bath for you, sir. Ugh. Go in with your friends. This is the second flower on it. Second flower is way better than the first. It is really beautiful. Now, I don't think I did a great job with thinking how colors would match her, because I think this is creme de coco or creme de coco. I don't know. But I don't know that those colors match. But oh well. And of course, the great uniter is Crichton Honey. And the flowers are quite large this year, which is really nice. The other one I wanted to show you was this adorable little one. I think this plant is supposed to get much taller, but it's quite shaded by the limelight here. This is Pom Pom Burlesca. Is that not adorable? That's as big as the flower gets. It's a perfect ball. It's just mini, and I just adore it. And then over here, this is Valley Porcupine, which was a very good producer last year. So hopefully she will start putting out blooms. And then over here, this is Penn Hill Dark Watermelon, and the 2 lighter flowers on either side are the faded ones. I think this is Valley Tawny. I do have a label in there, but I never go down there. Oh, actually, it's sort of twisty. Maybe this is a short Penn Hill Watermelon, because it's very large and a little twisty, and usually those Penn Hills are pretty twisty. So all the dahlias are getting big here. I bet you any money, and again, I could look if I felt like it, which I don't. I bet you this is a Penn Hill watermelon since it's getting so tall. Unfortunately, most of the dahlias that I planted over here, and several of them came back, so I didn't plant a lot, are like doing nothing down there. There's one, which is a bummer because now something is chirping. Something just squeaked down there. There's a bird or something. So it's just a bummer because now I've got this big white wall where I didn't really want a white wall, but oh well. Okay, let's go this way. I did end up having to stake some of the things in here. So a lot of the Nicotiana got staked, and I did cut back the Plectranthus quite a bit. By the way, I decided that I should be putting that in bouquets because I bet that's going to be just gorgeous. Cut off a couple of banana leaves today. I'm debating cutting off these lower two. Tell me what you think. This one and this one, should they get cut off or no? This is the dahlia that I transplanted. It's kind of an experiment. It's blooming, it's looking good. I think it worked, which is great because I want to talk to you about this hole in the garden here. So I was in here last night cutting back some of the thalictrum and just kind of cleaning out, and a huge hole has developed in the garden. I don't know where that came from, and I don't recall it being there before, but I can't have that. So I was thinking about transplanting some dahlias that I've growing in the vegetable garden into here. And I'm thinking about maybe moving one of those florets, but the question is, I just obviously have that one. So the question is, do I chance it with that seedling of something bad going wrong with it and then doing it anyway? Here is, isn't this gorgeous backlit? First of all, fabulous foliage. This is it peacock lily? It's a bulb. It starts with an A. That's where we're gonna leave it for right now. Anyway, they're starting to bloom now. I've got a few of them around the garden. In fact, here's some more tucked in there. If you can see those, right in there, tucked in there by the limelight. They're so pretty. Even when they're not blooming, the foliage is just really, really nice. And I grew those in pots and then put them in here, but I have others that I put in the garden straight as bulbs, and it works great that way too. Okay, this way. This way we go. If you saw my video sprucing up this part of the garden, I have gone in and added in a few zinnia seedlings, but in last week's video, you guys, I have this, hang on, let me turn this around so I can seem earnest about this. I have the smartest viewers. So I think sometimes I get these like mind blocks about things like, well, I've tried all the rabbit stuff. There's nothing I can do. Everything's just going to get eaten by a rabbit. And last week, at least one person said, have you tried wire cloches? And I thought, nope. No, I haven't tried wire cloches. Obvious. So I ran on Amazon. I bought, there was 12 of them. I bought 12 of them, and three or four of them are here. So I bought these little wire cloches. And I've got zinnia seedlings inside of there. So I'm hoping I can get some zinnias. And of course I do have some zinnia seedlings that are growing. So yeah, so this area looking pretty good. I still wish I could find some more fizzy mizzies. Let me show you what I was working on today. By the way, a couple of things along here. This is Heuchera villosa Autumn Bride. I only grow 2 Heucheras now. Well, I guess I have a couple that have continued to live, but I don't seek out more of them. It's so good. This is, it's a late flower, so it gets this white flower, quite airy and nice. They're just starting to shoot up now. But like here's one that's kind of in the middle of the Hacklencloa. Really nice, good texture on this plant. Very pretty. So I was kind of working on this area today, and we'll show you the other part of the path. This Diane Claire that I transferred, several people have asked me, by the way, because I say it too fast. The Pullman area here is called Diane or Diana Claire, I'm not sure which. Last year I divided these, so you can tell that these were divided last year. They have not suffered at all. There's one of the divisions there, and there's another division there, and I'm loving that. One of the projects I want to do is, do you see this area right there? It's all lily of the valley, and I really want to get in there and get that. I mean, I won't get rid of it, but I would like to get working on it. I was working on an area over here today with some of that. Here's my question for you. Do you think that I should look for maybe like a weeping tree that I would plant maybe like right about in there on this side of the creek? It would probably be a Japanese maple, and I'd probably end up having to put it in a pot because I think that area might be too wet for a Japanese maple, consistently wet for a Japanese maple. As like a little bit of extra height in here. Weigh in the comments, please. Okay, I planted these. This is Heuchera villosa Carnival Caramel. That wasn't too long ago. I planted those as plugs, and they're taking pretty nicely here. I did water today this area because we're finally getting dry. Not that I was waiting for that, but things are getting a little dry here. I think this is prairie dropseed, Dischampia maybe? Anyway, whatever grass this is, it's flowering here and it's beautiful. And lilac squirrel sanguisorba is kind of blooming through there, and I'm here for it, and I think it's beautiful. And we've kind of repeated that sort of. Here's some lilac squirrels that are just opening up. They look like little wet, I don't know what they look like. It's probably not good to guess. Millennium allium, liatris. Nice little corner of kind of lavender here. The grass that you see there and over here is Millennia transparent. And the nicest thing about this grass is that this is just one grass here. I had two here. I removed one for the garden that I did. But you see, I don't know if you can even see, but like you can see through it. It's a beautiful big grass with these beautiful flowers on it, and these flowers will continue to get better. They're just coming up now, but you can see through it. Oh, there goes a chipmunk. Okay, so what I've been working on is, first of all, Carol, who occasionally helps me in the garden. She's had a lot going on this year, so she hasn't been here much, but she did come on Thursday or Friday maybe. And no, Thursday. I don't know. It doesn't matter what day she came. Anyway, she cleaned up this path a little bit here, which the lily of the valley was kind of creeping in here. So she cleaned up this path, so the path is looking really good. Needs to be remulched. This stuff turns to soil so quickly. The Asian jumping worms just churn through this so fast. So I do need to come in here with another row of chips because this is really beautiful soil. And if I'm so inclined, the best thing to do is to dig this up and throw this in as mulch because it's really nice mulch, and then put new wood chips down. So anyway, Carol did that. And so what I did was fill in a couple of areas here. So I transplanted these little spiny epimediums, into this area. They were kind of over there, and they were sort of getting eaten up by some of the grasses. So I filled this area in with that because this had been kind of weedy. Then what I did was I went and got more Carex plantaginia, which is this, I think it's called seersucker sedge maybe. It has this great sort of corrugated leaf to it. And the big ones you see are all ones that have been growing here. But I added some more along this path because this path has been starting to get oddly wide, which I just want it wide enough to have a wheelbarrow on. I didn't need it to be like a 4-lane highway. So I kind of worked on filling in this corner. This is Astilbe pumila, which I have growing in other areas. I got another flat of it because I really liked it. The other plant in here, which is looking a little rough right now, but this is Canadian ginger. The leaves are quite light. I actually watered in here quite a bit. I think it needed quite a bit of water in here. Then on this side of the path, I added in some more of the Serastema, hardy plumbago, which I planted earlier this year in the border, the shrub border with the neighbors. And it's so beautiful. In fact, when we come around again, I'll try to show you that. And I just thought a little ground cover along here would be so pretty. And then I sort of, I work it into the beds a little bit, so it's not just along the edge. And then here, I went to my old friend Lady's Mantle and put in some Lady's Mantle plugs along this way so that we'd get a nice little edge along here. And then tucked that, and then I tucked some more of the plumbago in here with the Calamintha Montrose White, which is really, really, really looking, just let me back up here so you can see that better. Looking so beautiful there. Very, very nice. Okay, I was working today. I don't even know if I want to show you guys. I've been pruning the boxwoods. And then I mulched them and stuff, and I got an edge and everything. So that's what all this stuff over here is about. Maybe I'll put up the screenshot from James Todman, who's this guy on Instagram who does this amazing pruning. So I thought instead of doing like rounded shapes, I would get like a little geometrical, but I'm thinking I'm not like, so like I've tried to put some flat sides on things, and I tried to make some like teardrops, and like, I don't know. I just thought it'd be more interesting than just a bunch of balls. We're not going to make any comments about that. To try to like make some flat edges and make this a little geometric. And then once this grows in, maybe this will be something, and maybe it won't, because I'm not great at boxwood pruning. I'm okay at it, but I'm not great, and I don't like them super tight, so you don't get great shapes. But if I don't like it, it grows, I get to do it again. Okay, we need to stop in here quickly because I have to pick up two things. Here are some of the other, by the way, I think one of the other dahlias that I will transplant into that hole is Labyrinth right here. Now these are some of the other seedlings from Floret. So here's one. This is another. This one is really, none of these are really developing that well. And then I cut all the flowers off the one that was so good. This is kind of your basic collarette type. And this, is this the good one? Yeah, looks like the one I pruned a bunch off. So this is the really good one. I don't know what this one is here. So that's what the collarette dahlias look like. Are we watering? We should be. Yes, we are. Okay. What are we here for? We are here for an onion. Still dry my onions because we haven't had rain. My beans are starting to come in, and I think there's going to be beans everywhere. Unfortunately, I eat them usually before we can get them to the kitchen. And then I wanted to grab this tomato that I spotted earlier before whatever's eating my tomatoes gets to it, so I can ripen this guy inside because he's pretty. I think this is Firebird Sweet probably, but I'll check the tag as soon as I get this tomato off of here. No, Fred's tie-dye is what that is. This is, here's the purple tomatoes, you guys. This is the GMO purple tomato. Like most purple tomatoes, they taste like absolute garbage until you let them ripen like a ton. When you let them ripen a ton, they're like pretty good. I'm not gonna say they're, the two that I've had have been fine. I wouldn't say they've been like phenomenal, but it's fun to grow them anyway. Here we have some dreadlocks amaranth, which reseeded itself. Okay. Onion and tomato procured. I think I showed you the herb bed last week, but it's getting better and better. I guess I better make some pesto soon. Okay, there's that. See, I have the sprinkler. I've been moving the sprinkler around today. And I did plant some of these. Oh, I think we're running low on water. That looks pretty lame. I did plant some more of those Astobi plumbagos, no, pumalas in here. And I think I'm gonna come in here and mulch when we're able to. Let's walk around this way so that we don't get wet. You've seen all this area in the past few weeks. Nothing much to report there. Certainly nothing to report there in that hellhole. Holy smokes. Let me just, hang on, I'm gonna set my, I wanna show you this area over here quick, but let me just swing over here and set the onion and the tomato down. Here's an onion and a tomato. The tomato needs to ripen. Hi, Dorothy. 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 Hello. Okay, she's out to lunch. Okay, this is what I want to show you, which is that despite the deer's best efforts to not allow me to have phlox, these phlox are blooming. This is, I think it's opalescent. I think I pointed this out to you last week, but it's really going nuts now. And I think this combo with the Millennium Allium, again, the, what did we say this was? Pink parasols, I think, Echinacea. And then we've got the white Echinacea, and that is the Price is White Echinacea. And then that phlox in there. And then we've got the dark sedum in here, which is the rockin', the dark, I told you this last week, it's the dark one from Proven Winners. I just think that combo is looking really good. The rest of this bed, I mean, this bed obviously needs some work, but we're gonna appreciate the good stuff instead of looking at all the things that aren't looking good. Speaking of good stuff, let's find some more. Well, here's some more Haas Halo. So this is one Haas Halo flower here. It's huge. So this week, you guys, I was at, if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I was at the, oh, also, by the way, I'm starting to cut back the Astrantia now because now it's looking pretty rough. So I'm working on getting in here to cut the Astrantia back. Really, a Sun King is the plant that's glowing back there. So many people ask me if I grow it. I have two of them. That's the best that one has ever looked. The other one is by the oak tree where it does not get enough water. It really likes moist soil. And my sister-in-law, who has a lot of clay, it grows huge for her. So if you have clay, think about that. Clay and shade, or part sun. A little bit of sun actually doesn't hurt it. Aurelia Sun King is really, really a good one. Very pretty. What was I saying? I don't know. The Japanese beetles are eating the tops of my banana leaves. Do you see how they're all like laced up there? Jerks. Oh, we were gonna look at the hardy plumbago that I planted over here. Boy, this area should bring the sprinkler over here. Actually, we still have drip hooked up in here. Here is the hardy plumbago. So those are the flowers, those beautiful true blue flowers. And then it gets a really, really beautiful fall color on it too. There goes the rabbit. Rabbit likes to come out for these all the time. I think this is Nicholas Dahlia. That one looks a little eaten up by the Japanese beetles, but it's another beauty. This is Orange Field Persicaria, which is very pretty, I think. I don't know if it's to everyone's taste. Moonrise Japanese Maple is looking beautiful. Doing really, really well this year. It's very happy this year, which is nice. This is Sweet Summer Love Clematis. Now my mom's, I should take you to my mom's house for this because this is the plant that my mom's just goes absolutely nuts. It like practically pulls down a trellis. And, okay, what clematis is this? I do have this clematis growing up this viburnum, and it's blooming. But I can't tell you what it is, folks. Is Happy Jack? Does that look like Happy Jack? Did I maybe get one of those? And then I also have pink mink. Blue is allowed to go up the hornbeams. And so here's pink mink. It doesn't do great over here. It's not getting a ton of sun anymore. But it's pretty. By the way, the hornbeams, look at the hornbeams. Aren't they looking good this year? I think we've finally sort of reached a stage with them where they're getting to hedge level. I've showed you quickfire hydrangea. And then here is Angelica gigas, or gigas, Gigas. It's gorgeous, and it's like all over behind there. There's tons of it. I actually have to like thin it out. There's so much of it because it's a strong reseeder. Here is some Diane Claire pulmonaria that needs water like nobody's business. This area, of course, underneath this spruce doesn't get any rainfall, so it all pretty much depends on me watering it. Oh, okay. Oh, can you see the cardinal on the steps? He's got something in his mouth. See, he's going in there to feed the babies. I will not bug him. They're very good parents, those cardinals. I guess I'm going to cut the sanguisorba down now. I don't know that it's attractive anymore. So I guess it's time for that to get cut back because I don't think these sort of seed heads that are left are worth anything. I have pulled Rudbeckia out of this bed every single year I've been here, and it's still there. I don't love, okay, Rudbeckia is okay. It flowers like nuts. It's fine. I don't want it in that bed. And is there anything else to show you? Well, here's a rebloom on the verbascum. Snowy Spires verbascum. Cut it all back and it got a little bit of rebloom. So that's sort of a worthwhile experiment. The Veronica that I cut back, frankly, a while ago, is finally starting to sort of put some new growth up. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought. Probably needs water, and I probably should come over here and give him that. Oh, look, we have a rose flowering, which never happens here. This is the creme rose from Proven Winners. Isn't it great how I give you guys like half of a name? Super helpful. The only thing I'll say about the border is that the white Bidens is finally kind of doing its thing. Oh, I know. I cut the alyssum, the sweet alyssum back last week because I want it to rebloom. And I thought it was going to get kind of leggy and lanky, so I just cut it all back. So we'll hopefully get like a really nice rebloom there. Okay. Okay. Thank you for coming for that quick tour. I feel like the garden's looking better this week. I'm glad that some of the dahlias are starting to bloom. Okay, there are two things you need to tell me your opinion on. This is such a dangerous thing to ask people their opinion. I would like to know, do you think I should chance it, trying to dig up that floret dahlia that is so good, to transplant it into this hole I have in the garden over here? And do you think I should cut, here, I'll take you over there because I'm right there anyway. And do you think I should cut off this leaf and this leaf off the banana, or will that make it look weird? Weigh in the comments. I'm going to leave you with, frankly, these dahlias that are looking so pretty. Good combo here if you're looking to match two dahlias. Melodoro and First Love. And I just noticed we're getting a rebloom on Star River Clematis. This is a sweet, sweet, sweet clematis. It's sky blue with darker stripes in it. Holy smokes, it's really pretty. Oh, fabulous. Okay, now that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day in your garden. Got 2 videos filmed this week. By the way, I think what I was starting to say before, and then I lost my train of thought because that's what I do, was that this week I went to Bailey Nursery. If you follow me on Instagram, you definitely saw it, and you definitely saw everybody who went there because there was a lot of us who went. It was a fantastic event, and it was just wonderful. But everyone lost their lost their minds because we were all riding around in a bus as they showed us their whole production operation, and we pulled into a field of hydrangeas, and as far as the eye could see, it was hydrangeas. And I think during that trip that I discovered that my taste in hydrangeas is changing a little bit. So there might be some changes coming to the garden, but we'll see. But never fear. That limelight right there will never go anywhere. And neither will the other ones because the cardinals live in them, so they get to stay. But anyway, we'll see where that goes. But I think it's kind of interesting because I see my own tastes in some plants shifting a little bit. And I got a little golden lower light. Come on, let's just give it up for Crichton honey. I don't know. I see everyone like breeding these kind of sunset color balls, and I don't know that we need to be, because I feel like we have Crichton honey, which barely needs staking. You can see I have a little bit of a stake there, and just pumps out the flowers. Oh, she's my heart dahlia, I think. All right, have a great day. Great week, great whatever you got going on. I hope it's great. Catch you soon. Thanks for watching.